On the final day of 2024, Freedom Street took the entire country by storm and brought out many massive artists for an unforgettable night for the fans. However, there was one artist who was apparently there in spirit, yet still somehow managed to drum up more controversy than many of the guys who were actually there. And that man is none other than Alkaline. You see, at some point, legendary queen of dancehall herself, Spice, decided to sing a remix to Kartel's song, The Comet. And while she was freestyling on the beat, she had some very interesting words for Erland Bartley that made the fans erupt.
Why if you compare Alkaline, him and the student to the world bastard?
Now, the only question I have in my mind after hearing this is how Alkaline's name even reached into the conversation. But to be honest, I do feel like Spice does have a right to call his name if she wants, because they did have a back and forth clash at one point. But aside from giving him relevance, there was really no point of doing this, because the truth is, Alkaline does not post, Alkaline does not collab, Alkaline does not go live, he doesn't perform, he doesn't even so much as live in the country. He doesn't have anything to do with us really anymore, which means the only way he maintains relevance is if people keep on mentioning his name. Now, I don't have a problem with this because I actually like his music, but for those who claim to not like him, they sure do seem to talk about him a lot. However, don't let this fool you for 1 second into believing the narrative that I see a lot of fans saying online in the comment sections of posts talking about what Spice said, saying things like, oh, Alkaline is so relevant, you guys need him to get a hype. Come on now, let's be real with ourselves. We're talking about Spice and Kartel in the biggest event in modern Jamaican history. I'm pretty sure they're quite alright without Alkaline. I just think that Spice wanted to get a reaction from the crowd, and that's what she did, so congrats to her, I guess. What would have been even crazier though and made for a groundbreaking, history-making night is if after all of that, Alkaline just popped up from behind some random curtain and ran on the stage singing Formula. That would have made history. Like, at that point, I wouldn't even care if Drake show up or not. That would be it. Like, that's all I would need to see. Unfortunately though, of course, that did not happen. And honestly, that might sound very crazy to some people, but if you've been paying attention to the scene lately, you'd know that it's not that far out of the question. Because surprisingly, Alkaline's music actually played at Freedom Street. And Kartel already went on interviews saying that he has no problem with the guy. And knowing that Kartel is the type of person to do anything to put on a good show and a good entertaining performance, I can see him doing something with Alkaline just to show the world, hey, we're making a spectacle of this whole thing. Because if he did that with Mavado at Freedom Street, everything would have gone insane. And he said he would have done it with Mavado, but he just feels like him and Mavado deserve their own tour. Like, pulling him out at Freedom Street would have just been a waste. The Gully Gaza needs its own tour where they just go from country to country just clashing their songs back to back. And they said that I'm pretty sure they said they're gonna do it, so I guess we can look forward to that. But back to the topic, I really do think that it's not that crazy to imagine Alkaline at Freedom Street, because as much as the fans like to keep up the image that they're still at war today, you really have to remember, Alkaline is not the same 20-year-old kid he was fresh out of Arden when he just came on the scene. That man is literally 30 years old. I think he just turned 31, and Kartel is literally a grandfather. I just highly doubt that they care about anything that happened so long ago. I'm pretty sure Alkaline has kids. Like, y'all gonna call him a gelding or whatever, but y'all really think this nigga have no children, bro? Living overseas with a private life and be a girl, and you really think say dogs nana picnic, bro? Come on now, let's be real with ourselves. Him goodly are married secretly and we don't know. Don't be surprised if Kartel and Alkaline are actually friends behind the scene, or at least cool. I feel like they have to have at least spoken once. Like, there's just no way they can be so closely related in this industry after like a decade and never have spoken at any point in time. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, for all we know, two of them goodly are shaken and done turn friend from a long time. And speaking of relationships in the industry, I'm not going to lie, I did genuinely have a good feeling Drake was gonna be there yesterday. Not even because Drake is just an open supporter of dancehall, but mostly because on Big and Bold TVJ, this nigga Joe say, oh yes, Maska's gonna be there, Skillibang's gonna be there, and the guy from Canada too, but I can't say his name. I'm like, bro, the dogs clearly did a try make we believe say Drake there go dead, bro. And Drake never fought, bro. So look like the dogs used little pill pan way, bro. The skull used the reverse chop pan way. I'ma feel personally offended because which part you get that style from? Like what kind of thing that my dogs look like Smaddy teach him a 1 and 2 style forget that free Sumfest ticket, you know. Yeah man, my pre-it man. But back to Spice though, I'm not gonna lie, one thing what really did dip on my mind up to now, I the fact say Kartel really I push the limits of what his fiance can handle. Because tell me why this man I got not even just wind up on Spice on stage. Cause okay, it's a performance, right? But after the dogs did basically live in a Spice spiritual hole for the entire performance. The man I got looking at Spice face brawling, eye contact. Take the mic, look to the side, say, yo, see them, watch this. Look back in a Spice face, brawling and step on the mic. Kiss me, baby. And make Spice lean in. I say, blood clean. Like, bro, I get doing things for a performance, you know. But imagine you gonna say, yo, see them, watch this. And then you go do that, bro. Man, not gonna lie, dog. Like that actually is public embarrassment still. Like that's kind of crazy in my opinion. Like you really never have to go that far. Cause at that point you basically just a flex to your words, say yo, I can do anything. I'm a girl now left me. Which yes, it's probably true, but that is just not something that you have to like rub in your partner's face all the time. Like that really does deteriorate a marriage over the course of the forever that you're supposed to be together. Like if it was some random girl, you know, that's one thing. But you're planning to spend the rest of your life with this woman. I really would think you want to, you know, like not make it go to waste, especially because you're older, you know, you actually are trying to settle down your life. You need somebody for take care of you when you're, you know, like, come on, bro, we're not picnic anymore, dog. Like, you can't really, yeah. But I mean, hey, look like see them there, yeah, right now, I count up our billions, and I guess she's happy. I guess, maybe. So, hey, who am I? Who am I to talk? As long as she pop out a one pick me in a dog, for your life basically secure favor, you know. So really and truly, I guess she just have to survive for at least 9 more months and just wall out. Like that's all she can do. She can't say nothing, bro. Imagine she be like, please stay loyal, please be with only me. Then why you got there with Vybz Kartel? Bro, you know so Kartel is not the type of one girl, dog. And really and truly, it's actually crazy to imagine if you come out of prison after 13 years and you're a Kartel. Like, how much girl you think the man go through by now, dog? I can't imagine what. Like, see them have to just sit down there and just watch and just know, say, a big girl I get run through, dog, and she can't really do nothing about it because you're gonna move your whole life to come to the next country and start up a whole new life. And you're gonna just what, that shit way over some bun when you're gonna like live rich forever. Like, bro, she have to just hold it, dog. You see me? But at that point, she'd really just be picking her own poison, you know. So can I really feel bad for her? I still feel bad for her, but that's just me. Anyways, now that Freedom Street is gone, really and truly, I don't really know what else we have to look forward to. So I guess I just hope that niggas don't waste 2025 and actually make good music, you know? And I don't know, I have my eye on some key players and I really do think that they'll be able to deliver this year. I really hope that they can surpass my expectations. And speaking of my expectations, if you want to see my top 10 list that I dropped not too long ago, click the video on your screen right now. Top 10 best hit dancehall songs of last year. In my personal opinion, you can disagree with it if you want. And of course, as always, the dancehall has been decoded.